All right, it is now week 5 of the NFL, and it is time to go over our NFL Week 5 pick'em. And let's just jump right into it and hope we do better this week than last week, going 8-7. And it was because of the bye weeks that we only had 15 games last week. And speaking of bye weeks, last week Carolina and Washington both had their bye weeks, and I'm going to leave them up for the rest of the season so you know if your team has had their bye week or if it's still to come, just so you can kind of keep track of it, and I can keep track of it. And week 5, we're going to get the Chicago Bears being on a bye week and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers being on a bye week. Chicago probably doesn't need one as they are completely on a roll, one of the better teams right now in football, a quarter of the way through the season, and the Bucks could use a week off to kind of reset and get ready for Jameis Winston to lead the team going forward for the rest of the season in week 6. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into Thursday night football. We have the Indianapolis Colts heading to the New England Patriots, and in this game I see because Julian Edelman's back, we're going to see a very explosive New England offense. Another week of Josh Gordon learning and really getting used to this offense. Um, I see the Patriots winning big, 35-17. The Colts, I think they're still going to struggle on offense. They're still going to struggle on defense. They're just struggling on both sides of the ball. And I don't know if they're at this point, I don't know if they're going to trade Andrew Luck to a team that might need a quarterback, but I would be looking into options like that because it's time to really just rebuild, dig in deep, get a young quarterback, and hopefully get some fucking linemen first. I don't know what the solution is for the Colts. They're in bad shape. Let's go to the 1 p.m. games on Sunday afternoon. We have first up the Tennessee Titans traveling to the Buffalo Bills in what I'm sure will be a bigger slaughter than what I'm predicting. But I think the Bills will lose 21-7, with the Titans then going to 4-1, looking like one of the better teams out of nowhere this year. Even though they had a good playoff run last year, they kind of seemed shaky. I don't think they had an offensive touchdown throwing from Mariota till last game, so that's pretty fucking telling of how this team's doing. But they're winning games. That's all that really matters. They're finding a way mainly on that defense. And I think that's going to smother Josh Allen and the Bills, who are now still struggling to kind of get going. The young quarterback, it's just going to be a mess for Buffalo. It's not going to get any prettier this way. At least the Jets are just as bad. So you got that, Buffalo. And Miami will join you in the cellar. So next we got the New York Giants traveling down to the Carolina Panthers for some action. And I believe fresh off the bye week, the Panthers are going to win 24-17. The Giants really just don't have an offense. They seem to struggle to get past 20 points in a game, and I really don't see that those struggles improving against a really decent Carolina Panthers defense. And the Panthers will just kind of roll right through, score about 24 points. They won't need to score more, so they won't. They're not the kind of team that's just going to blow a team out and run up the score. I don't know why they don't do that, but it's not in their nature. And then we have the Miami Dolphins, fresh off one of the most embarrassing losses in NFL history, being in first place, a chance to really rub it in the New England Patriots' face. You choke and lose 38-7. How are you even going to come out next week and play the Bengals? You're probably going to lose, probably about 31-14. You're going to get your teeth kicked in. This is going to be a long road down where they lose like 6 or 7 straight, Miami fans. And get ready for a fucking tough road. It starts with Cincinnati. Sorry, guys. It's Bengals look good. They get Burfict back, so that'll be exciting for this team. And that'll help, obviously, on the defensive side of the ball, and it'll show dividends in this game right away. And then we have a game that I wanted to do for my upset pick of the week, but I got to stop picking teams like the Browns to win these football games. Give me the Baltimore Ravens heading into Cleveland, 27-20. I'm letting it be close, but Jimmy Smith is back this game for the Ravens. That'll immediately make their defense like 10 times better. Look up the stats with Jimmy Smith in and out of games. It's fucking mind-bending. And then we have the Browns, who are still, the Browns, they're struggling. They're a young team. They're going to find an identity on offense once Baker Mayfield gets more acclimated with the offense. They look good against the Raiders, but they couldn't close the fucking window. Mayfield looks fucking sporadic at times, but that's what you get with the young quarterback. They'll win more than one game, just not this one. And then we have the Green Bay Shitheads versus the Detroit Lions, and I'll have the Lions winning 20-13 because it's at home. They'll probably split these games. They seem to split with Aaron Rodgers 1-1, where if we win at home, we'll lose in Green Bay, or if we win in Green Bay, they'll win in Detroit. So I'm going to pick the Lions in a close defensive game. The Packers' offense is not going to be able to do much. It's going to be a lot like that New England game. the Lions will smother a bad offense early, and I think they're going to come out early. Like they're going to play a lot like that New England game against a team like Green Bay because they seem to play Green Bay a little harder the last few years. So I hope that continues and the Lions take an easy win and then move themselves into a much better position than 1-3. We'll see though. It's going to be a long year if they don't. I see if they don't, them potentially canning their offensive coordinator this year, but we'll see. And let's go with some more 1 p.m. games. On Sunday, 1 p.m. games continued. We have what I consider to be the matchup of the week. The Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars in a very, very good game of 4-0 versus 3-1. Top defense versus top offense. And give me the Chiefs 20-16, as we have seen magic from the Chiefs this year. We have seen the Jaguars struggle at times, especially in their one loss to the Tennessee Titans. Which is actually the reason they're in second place right now, believe it or not. Their offense isn't going to be able to keep up, so I don't know. Give me the Chiefs 20-16 in a game. I really don't see weaknesses on either side of the team. For either team, I don't see weaknesses. They're fucking perfect. Next, I wish one of my teams were as good as either of those two teams. That would be really cool. The Denver Broncos then head to the New York Jets, who can't score touchdowns anymore, as I think they kicked 4 field goals in their last game. They're going to lose 28-9 to the Broncos. Their defense is going to just be far too much for Sam Darnold and the Jets, who are young. They're a lot like the Bills and a lot like the Browns. The offenses are going to struggle for a year, maybe some of next year, but if they hold on to these young quarterbacks and let them develop, those are 3 pretty special young quarterbacks in the NFL. Maybe they need a little bit more time to sit, a la Jared Goff or Patrick Mahomes, who are also very... The NFL is full of good young quarterbacks. Give these 3 time, and your 3 teams will be a lot better in the future. But I think they know that they're a lot smarter than me in football. But that's not going to help this year, as the Jets will lose 28-9 to the Broncos. And that leads us to the Atlanta Falcons going to Pittsburgh in what will be a shootout. This is going to be a no-defense game. Both these teams have 0 defense, 0 pass defense, and both these quarterbacks and receiving cores are going to rip through the fucking air tomorrow on Sunday. Give me the Falcons in a shootout of 42-36. Though both these teams are bad and playing very weird, bad football early in the season, I think the Falcons are a little bit better, a little bit more focused of a team. I think the Steelers have a fluke victory. I don't even remember who they beat. It was such a fucking fluke win. So yeah, give me the Falcons 42-36 over a distracted Pittsburgh Steelers team that might be a little bit more focused since Le'Veon City will come back, but I'm not too sure about how much that's actually going to help or divide it more. Now we have the 4 p.m. games. Well, it'll divide it more because there are players in that locker room who are really upset with Le'Veon. Trust me on that. But now we have the Los Angeles Chargers hosting the Oakland Raiders, who are fresh off a thrilling overtime win for John Gruden's first win. The second win isn't coming against the Chargers. Give me the Chargers 23-20 over the underperforming Raiders, who have no pass defense or no pass rush defense. So fuck them. They're not going to be able to put enough pressure on Phillip Rivers, and they win a close one because of that. Let's go. I hope the Raiders lose, though. I really don't like John Gruden. The Minnesota Vikings then travel to the Philadelphia Eagles home for a rematch of the NFC Championship game. And since the Eagles are down on their luck and not playing very sharp offensive football, and since the Vikings are coming off back-to-back tough losses to take, and they're probably going to want to avenge themselves to not look as bad and fall further behind in the NFC North, they're probably going to win this game 35-23, and they're just going to really run up that score if they can because of the fact that they got beat so bad by the Eagles the year before. There's some revenge in this game. It's a nice script, and the Eagles are struggling to get Carson Wentz kind of sped up quickly to get the offense moving. So we'll see. But that's my prediction. I see the Vikings. This is my upset pick of the week, probably. Give me the San Francisco 49ers 20, Arizona Cardinals 0 in a battle of the irrelevancy this week. They win the irrelevant battle this week, so I think the Cardinals will not score any points. They're terrible. The 49ers will win this game because of the fact that the Cardinals are terrible, not because they're any good, and that is that. And now we have the Los Angeles Rams heading to the Seattle Seahawks at a really bad NFC West matchup where the Rams are just going to destroy the Seahawks 38-28 and improve to 5-0. This is my lock. This is guaranteed. You have nothing on that Seattle defense that's going to be able to stop the Rams. Let's go ahead and move on to Sunday and Monday Night Football. On Sunday night, we have the Dallas Cowboys traveling in-state to their in-state rivals, if you want to call them that. I don't think they really are. But it's the Dallas Cowboys playing the Houston Texans. Give me the Cowboys 33-28. Now I have some respect for them after what they did last week. Ezekiel Elliott's the real deal. That is a very talented motherfucker right there in Ezekiel Elliott. Jesus Christ. But yeah, the Houston Texans, they're just not that good. Their defense is trash, whatever. But yeah, the Cowboys are fun. Maybe they can get Des Bryant. He wants to come back and play for you guys. So hell yeah. Anyway, and then Monday night we have a pretty boring matchup that I might not watch. I probably will, but who knows? I mean, the Cowboys Texans is going to be really hard to sit through on Sunday night on the NFL Sunday chat stream I do. So tune in for that on Sunday. We go over all NFL scores and breaking news, including injuries and roster transactions, as well as react to Sunday Night Football. But Monday Night Football, we have the Washington Redskins heading to the New Orleans Saints. Give me the New Orleans Saints 35-17. They get Mark Ingram back. That'll help out with the run game tremendously. That a lot of people are misunderestimating how important Ingram is in that run game for Kamara, how the fuck you say his name, number like 40 or whatever. The Saints running back, right? The last 3 weeks, right? 4 weeks, sorry. But yeah, give me the fucking Saints, whatever. So far this year, as you can see, I'm not doing the greatest, but I'm not doing the worst due to the 2 ties. Any ties are automatically put in this category. They're not wins, they're not losses, because whatever, nothing happened. So they just go into the tie category, or else I'd be dead 500. But I'm at 31-29. I'm doing pretty good. Hopefully I start to do better, and this is the week that does it. But anyway, thank you so much for listening to the NFL Picks video. Today it is a Wednesday, October 3rd, 2018. It's spooky month. So tonight I will be going over some stuff on the stream. Make sure you check that out if you're new to the channel. Subscribe and stuff. Like the video if you like my picks. Let me know how you're doing down below on your own. If you think my picks are bad, you can talk crap about it. I don't care, dude. Fuck it. But anyway, yeah, anyway, thank you for listening, and thank you for helping me grow the channel and shit. We out here. All right. Bye.